Welcome to the Velosio Raving Fans Start Within podcast. I'm Robbie Morrison, CEO of Velosio. Today I have David Brobst with me. David, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. First of all, thanks, Robbie, for inviting me, and I'm excited to do this. I think it's a great thing that we're doing here.
Awesome.
So yeah, I like to say the most important thing about me is my family. My wife and I have been married for 28 years. And we have two adult daughters, and I can't believe they're all grown up, but that does happen. One of our girls is married, so I also have a son-in-law, which is fantastic. And really, my family is why I do what I do. If it wasn't for them, I'd probably go live in the woods somewhere and grow my own potatoes, something like that. But that would not give them the quality of life that they deserve. So they are why I do what I do. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I couldn't agree anymore. Everything I do is for my family. You're a little ahead of me in the number of years married. I've been married. This year will be 2026. I'll be married 20 years. So you're 8 years ahead of me. But man, I have two young kids, 12 and 10. I guess they're not as young as they used to be, but
yeah,
they are the reason I get up in the morning and the reason that I do everything I do. Family's amazing. So it's great to hear that. So,
for sure.
Sorry I interrupted you. I just want to brag about my family too.
Please do interrupt me. I as much of an introvert as I am, I do tend to get long-winded, especially when I'm talking about things that I'm passionate about. So definitely jump in any time if I'm talking too much.
Great. So you talked about being in the woods. What are some of your passions, your hobbies?
Passions?
Besides family.
I'm really a geek at heart. You could ask me about Star Wars or Star Trek, and I go on and on. I'm that kind of guy. I like to write code for fun. But I would say, currently my favorite hobby, which I'm very passionate about, is actually playing drums. It's something I've wanted to do ever since I was a kid. And probably because I thought it would make me cool. Spoiler alert! I'm still not cool, but a couple years ago, I woke up and I said, you know what, Dave, if you want to play drums, go get some drums and see what happens. So I talked to my wife and said, hey, what do you think about this? And she goes, well, you've been talking about it ever since I've known you, right? So I literally dream about this, like playing drums would be so much fun. So I did. I bought some drums, and I've been learning how to play them, and it is as much fun, more fun than I ever expected it would be. I play in church. I play in a band. I like to just practice and just kind of jam, and it helps me to unwind after maybe a stressful day. It's so much fun. You can probably tell I really love it.
That's awesome. Only drums I've ever played was Rock Band. I don't know if you ever seen that video game, Rock Band.
Yes.
That was I like playing the drums in Rock Band. I was better at it than the guitar, and definitely better at it than the singing. But but that's cool. That's I have to love to hear you play sometime.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll send you a video sometime.
Sounds great. Well, that's cool playing for your church too. So how long have you been with Velosio now, David?
It'll be 7 years. Actually, I think next week, the 19th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, happy anniversary. We'll see an anniversary thing go out in next town hall, I'm assuming then. Yeah. So that's awesome. 7 years is great. I appreciate everything you've done over that 7 years, and I hope there's many, many, many more years to come. So
I hope so too. Yeah, it's been great. It's been great.
Well, great. What were you doing before Velosio? And how did it make you end up here?
Yeah. I love to talk about this because I don't know, it's so interesting to me. So before Velosio, I was in IT, and I was in IT for 21 years with one company, and that company was in the horticulture industry. So I knew someone that worked at Velosio, and I had known this person for a long time. So basically what happened was, I after 21 years, I kind of felt like maybe I should try something a little bit different. I loved my company. I loved the work that I did. I loved the people. But I just thought maybe it was time to put out a feeler, right? I wasn't really looking for anything new, but I don't know, something kind of turned me on to the idea of talking to Velosio and seeing if there was anything there for me, because I knew that Velosio implemented systems in the horticulture industry. I said, well, I know the industry. I don't know the system, but I know ERP. I know business intelligence. I did a lot of custom database development, which I really loved. And so I understood data. I understood the processes. Again, I understood the industry and a lot of people in the industry. So I reached out to this person and I said, hey, how are things going? Are you guys, selling a lot of systems? Is there any chance you could use someone with industry experience? And it was funny. He basically said, you know what, I've been waiting for this email from you. I think there might be something here for you. And I was kind of like, oh, whoa, really? I don't know what I expected him to say, but long story short, within a couple of weeks, it was a done deal. And I was going to be a nav consultant. I'm like, I can't believe this. This is an incredible opportunity. And it's just, I can honestly say that I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. But if I could go back, I 100% would make the same decision again. I would have done it sooner. It's been fantastic.
Well, I sure am glad you made that call, and we found a role for you. It's been great to have you as part of the team.
Awesome.
That's awesome. You said earlier that you like to write code for fun. Which language are you writing in these days?
Most recently Python. Actually, quick story about that. I built myself an office in my basement. You can see some of it behind me. And I decided to way over engineer the lighting in this office. So just because, because I'm kind of a geek and I can, right? So I got these Bluetooth light bulbs, and I got a Raspberry Pi, which is like a little computer.
Oh yeah, I got two of them.
Do you? Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to control these lights using this little computer. So I wired it up to the wall switch. Long story short, when I flip the switch up and down, it changes the lights into different modes. So I have work mode, I have take a nap mode, I have like sunset mode, and it's absurd, but I had so much fun doing it. And I wrote all the code for that in Python.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I might have been a little lazier than you. I used Home Assistant for one of my Raspberry Pis, and I'm doing everything in my home through Raspberry Pis. And then I wanted to play with just the Homebridge, which because I have Apples on for all my stuff, and I thought I wanted to try Homebridge too. So I have them both, but I ended up repurposing the Homebridge to use that server for something else, actually for a WireGuard server, a VPN, and then but I still tinker with Home Assistant and mostly utilize projects other people have done. But Python, I've known I can write Python about that much, so I know Python a little.
Nice.
Yeah, I was much better at the scripting languages when I used to be into that. But yeah, that's awesome, and it's wild how home automation can get us back into development and to playing with playing with coding and little servers. So that's cool.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, cool.
So maybe a little fun question. If you could swap jobs with anyone at Velosio for a day, who would it be? And why would you want to swap with them?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm actually going to say a developer. So like we've already established, I love writing code. I actually did a lot of that at my old job. And I've always wondered, would I be happy, writing code all day? So it'd be interesting to find that out. So I would say, I think I would try that. I mean, I'm at the point in my career where I, I'm not saying that I'm considering doing that. No, I'm really happy with what I'm doing now, but I'd like to just see what it would be like to be a developer, write code. And I was just, again, it's fun. I do it in my spare time. So what are you going to say?
No, I can tell you there's something to, when you're developing, I've developed code too in the past. And when you're developing and you can get in that flow where you're just like all sunk into the code and it's just coming out of your fingertips like a nice concerto or something. It's pretty interesting. It's a nice place to be in. So I can understand that. Yeah. It's probably a lot better than always, dealing with project issues and project deadlines. So I can understand that.
Well, yeah, I think about that and I'm like, I know that there are definitely pressures on the dev team, right? So,
they get deadline story. Yeah.
yeah. If I could do that for a day, I would definitely do that for a day.
No, well, cool. So, what's the most Velosio thing you've ever experienced?
The most Velosio thing? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great question. So when I think of Velosio, I think of a team that can do anything, right? And the team is made up of individuals who are skilled, who are dedicated, who go above and beyond. So there was one instance where one of our clients had lost some data from their system, and unfortunately, while it would have been easy to restore the entire database at a point in time, but that wasn't going to work in this case because they needed to restore some of the data, not all of it. They couldn't restore all of it because they would have lost some work, right? So, and the nature of the data was such that it was tricky to restore anyway. So we had a whole team on this. We're like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to figure it out. And we're working on it and we're working on the plan. One of the consultants on the team messaged me on the site and he said, "Hey Dave, I think I have a solution to this. Here's how I think we can do it." And I said, "You know what? That sounds good. What do you think the next step is?" And he said, "Well, I've already done a proof of concept and it's working. So I just need another hour or so or something like that and it'll be done." I said, "What? Are you killing me?" And I was surprised, but I wasn't, because again, we do that. We go above and beyond. We go outside our comfort zone. But in this case, this consultant was using tools and skills that I didn't even know he had. And it was outside of the work that he would typically do. And, he went and did this not because he had time to do it and he was looking for stuff to do, but because it was the right thing to do. And, long story short, he saved the day. And there are other ways that we could have gotten there, but he went and he did it, and he just went and figured it out, and it was amazing. And again, I see things like that happening every day, because that's what we do. We have a great team. We have great individuals that make up that team, that are skilled, that are dedicated, that want to do the right thing. And to me, that's Velosio.
Well, that's awesome. I'm sure you've heard me say it before, but I firmly believe that our job's to create raving fans in Velosio and create raving fans of our employees. And one of the ways that I believe you do that is you go above and beyond, and you give people the latitude and the ability to go above and beyond for our clients and for our peers, our coworkers. It's awesome to hear that being lived down, and you seeing that as a very Velosio thing. That really, it warms my heart. I kind of don't have any bigger passion as work related passion than that. I believe it. Yeah. That going above and beyond for our people and our clients is what we have to do. And that's not just doing the job, that's doing the extra mile, the extra thing. So maybe after this, I'm going to have to find out a little bit more about that story and use it on the town hall. So
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's great. So keeping it a little lighter for the time being, if Velosio were a TV show, what genre or what would it be in, and what role would you play in that TV show?
What genre? Okay. If we could consider Star Trek a genre, is that okay with you?
Absolutely. Not sci-fi, but Star Trek sci-fi.
Not sci-fi, yeah. Star Trek. So Star Trek, is it sci-fi? Is it space western?
Yeah.
it's its own thing, and that's why I'm going to say that's the genre. So let's go with that. It would be Star Trek, and here's why I say that. You think of the Starship Enterprise, and it's this amazing vessel that does amazing things. But it's nothing without the people that run it. It's nothing without the crew. And it takes every individual with their individual backgrounds and their individual skills and abilities and talents to make the ship do what it does. So really, the show is not about the ship. It's about the people. And it's about what the people accomplish together. And that to me that's so much like Velosio. Velosio is the ship, right? And we're the crew, and every individual is adding their individual talents and viewpoints and skills and experiences. At the end of the day, we just do these amazing things, and it's because of the people.
Well, that's awesome. So what role would you be on our Enterprise?
Well, I would, as much as I would love to be on the bridge. I mean, that's where all the action happens. I really think I'd be the guy in the engine room, the chief engineer. He knows the ship.
Scotty originally. I'm a Next Generation guy, so I'm going to go with Geordi.
One of my favorite characters. He knows how everything works. He makes sure that when someone up on the bridge presses a button, that it does what it's supposed to do. He removes obstacles, and I think that's a huge part of my job as a manager is removing obstacles so that the team can do what they do. So nothing gets in their way of being the best that they can be. So that's why I think I would probably take that role.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, you'd be a great Scotty or Geordi. That's awesome. So what skill have you picked up at Velosio that you maybe never expected to pick up?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. I'm actually going to say public speaking. So it's public speaking isn't something that I've always enjoyed or always felt like I wanted to do, or that I was very good at. But I'm not saying I'm a great public speaker, but when I started at Velosio, I really wanted to be very involved. I wanted to be involved in meetings. I wanted to get to know people. I wanted people to get to know me. So, I would speak up in meetings. I would do lunch and learns where I would present things to the team, and I would do what is probably every introvert's nightmare, is to watch the recording afterwards, to see what I look like, to hear what I sound like, so that I could improve my abilities. And that really did a couple of things for me. It helped me to see areas that I can improve, where I can become better at presenting, better at public speaking. And it also helped me to understand that, I actually can do this. I'm not the greatest at it, but I can do it, and I can be effective. And it gave me a lot of confidence. And I really didn't expect that to be such to have such an impact on my life, but it really has. And it's a skill that I've been able to use, even outside of work. So definitely very unexpected. I really am at the point now where I actually don't mind it that much. If I have an opportunity to speak on a topic that I'm passionate about, no problem. I can get up in front of a room of people and talk about it. It's not as big a deal as it used to be.
Well, that's great. I think you're doing a great job here. And when I've heard you speak, it's always been good. So that's a awesome skill you picked up. I don't go back and listen to myself on these recordings because I sound too country or something, or too Appalachian to myself. And when I hear it back through my jaw, I don't hear the same thing. And when I hear it coming through a speaker, I'm like, ooh. Stay away from that.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite way to celebrate a win, whether it be a big win or a small win?
Oh, okay. Well, I love eating.
Okay.
I'm always
Me too, but I overeat. I love overeating. That's my.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, I'm always looking for an opportunity or making an excuse to say, hey, family, let's go out to eat. I want to celebrate something. Let's go out to eat. But my favorite is pizza parties. So if I worked in an office, like I work remotely, so I don't have the opportunity to have pizza parties at work. But if I worked in an office with people, I would be throwing a party every week for something. So I'll pay for it myself. I love pizza parties. Sitting around a conference room table, eating pizza, talking about life, talking about work. It's just, I don't know. I love it.
Well, you need a reason to come down here. We had a pizza party at the Atlanta office last night for, I don't know if you know Grant Prima. He had a baby, so we had a pizza party and a little baby shower for him and his wife last night at the office. Should have came down for it. And no, not real close, but
yeah, not really. But I would have loved that. That's right. I know Grant's the best. And I'm excited for him. But yeah, that's great. I love that.
Yeah, we'd love to have you down here for one of those pizza parties.
Yes. Anytime.
All right.
Anytime.
Well, coming to the end of the time here, I want to kind of end with maybe a little creative question. If you could describe Velosio and your Velosio journey or Velosio to someone in a gift, what would that gift be?
In a gift. Okay. There's this gift. I think it's Jonah Hill, and he's got his hands up and he's kind of like,
oh yeah.
You see that? Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what movie that's from. I don't even know if he's excited or if he's scared or what, but either way, I think that sums it up pretty well for me.
Oh, that's great.
No, I'll go with the excitement, right? And to be completely honest with you, working for Velosio has far outweighed my expectations. Just the opportunities and the experiences and what I've learned here. And sometimes, I have to turn the camera off and just do a little, I can't believe this,
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get that. That'll be when we talk about that raving fan that that you talked about earlier. Maybe that'll be our background. That'll be good
for sure. Yep. We could do that.
Well, David, thank you for spending time with me today, and we'll end there if that's okay with you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it.
Thank you.